Good day and welcome to the Thursday Sport Rep Show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and I will be your host for today, unpacking the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. Of course, we are looking forward to a top weekend in terms of football and many other activities. And now for the latest on the hit list. On the hit list, we start off with the rugby team, the national rugby team that will be jetting to Dubai to compete in the qualifiers, their last chance of the qualifiers, and it will be very important. If you look at the squad list here, we have forwards Adrian Boyson, and then Adrian Ludik, as well as Arman Combrink and Gianluca Savoldelli, Haitembu Lazarus Shifuka, Johan Ludik, Johan Retief, Johan Kutsie, Joshua Bester, Louis van der Westhuizen. We also have the backs, who is Andre van der Berg, Andrew Kearns, Aston Mukilongo, as well as Cleven Lobster, Dango Berger, Danny van der Merwe, and Divan Rousseau. And look at Muharwa Willem Kashiyeko, as well as Osha Awala, Prince Kausup, Rian Groef, and then we have Tian de Klerk, Torsten van Charsveld, and Wian Conradi. We also have Hilarious Aksaman Kisteng, Jacques Theron, JC Nel, JC Hreilang, Johan Deisel, Jürgen Meyer. The management is Jagos Berger, Director of Rugby, Tertia Fender, Team Manager, Peter Rousseau, Head Coach, Jago Engels, Scrum Coach, Daryl Delahaba, Skills Consultant, Rohan Kichhoff, Forward Coach, David Philander, Backline Coach, and then we have Devon O'Brien, a video analyst, and then Wilfred Basadenote will be the team doctor, Tanya Green, lead physio, Sergio Delahaba, lead strength and conditioning, Zandria Strauss, media and communications. Of course, the team will be traveling to Dubai, where they will be competing in that World Cup qualifier. It will be the Windhoek Volvich's last chance to qualify for the World Cup. It doesn't look that promising, but the hopes are high, and many believe that the team might be able to topple the competitors there in that competition and qualify to the World Cup. Of course, they have done it before on so many occasions, but not through this route, which always proves to be difficult. We also have fixtures, of course, that are coming through with the Premier League. These ones are the amended fixtures. We did show some fixtures on Tuesday, but they have amended some fixtures in the Premier League as well. Bucks, Buccaneers, and Mighty Gunners at the Independence Stadium that is 1900 hours, while 11 Arrows FC will battle Unam FC at 1300 hours at Walvis Bay Quizamund Stadium. And then Ashoke Chula Chula will battle Tigers at 1300 hours, or Shakati Independence Stadium, or Kahanja United FC Live Fighters, that's 1600 hours at the Neuhep Stadium. All these matches on Saturday. Blue Waters Ongos traveling there to face Blue Waters of Omea, 1600 hours at the Quizamund Stadium. Of course, those matches were scheduled to be played at Narvel, but they have been changed. We also have here KK Palace against Young African FC, 1600 hours, or Shakati Independence Stadium. And then African Stars hosting Julinho Athletics at Grootfontein. Remember that Stars announced that all their home matches will be played in different towns. And then we have Commerce Nampol against Rundu Chiefs in Windhoek Independence Stadium, 1600 hours. Rundu Chiefs traveling, recently promoted. And then we have Commerce Nampo on Sunday hosting Julinho Athletics, Windhoek Independence Stadium, 1300 hours. Blue Waters FC Unam, and then KK Palace Tigers. All those matches, of course, being played outside the capital city. And Bucks Buccaneers host a Life Fighters FC at the Windhoek Independence Stadium. Life Fighters promoted recently to the Premier League. And then Okahanja United Mighty Gunners at Okahanja Now Ape Stadium. And of course 11 Arrows FC versus Ongo 1600 hours Warfish Bay. Eshoke Chula Chula Young African FC Oshakati Independence Stadium. And then Rundu Chiefs and African Stars will battle at 1600 hours Grootfontein Mulunga Stadium. So the amended fixtures here are the fixtures between 11 Arrows and Unam FC. These matches have been shifted to the Quisap Stadium, as well as Blue Waters Ongos, and the Sunday fixtures also at the coast. All those matches will be played at the Quisap Stadium. Now let's cross over to the marketplace before we return with some more news.
Life is unpredictable and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Now, at the beginning of the show, we mentioned the rugby team that will travel to Dubai. We mentioned those players there and the team list, of course. But we have Diana Master with the motorsport also involved in Namibian rugby. She has more for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now joined by Gianluca. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic. So how was your little test drive? How did that go?
That was fun.
It was fun.
It was really fun. It's a big car, and I think it's a family car. It's really nice.
So what was the purpose of that test drive?
It was to see how the car is, and of course, we have a deal now with Ford. So checking out the cars and just showing how cool the cars really are.
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. All right. So obviously, you guys are heading to Dubai, right? Because this is the last chance for you to qualify for the 2027 Rugby World Cup. Yeah. I can imagine tensions are running high.
Yeah, no, definitely. We had a chance. Lost to a good Zimbabwean side, but we have a second chance now. I don't think we're going to waste that.
Okay, so speaking of, the squad hasn't been announced just yet, but I assume the whole squad is preparing.
Yeah, a couple of folks came in. I think training's been going really well. I think our high performance training is doing right now, preparing ourselves for the teams we're about to face and different styles of plays we're going to face. And I think training's going well so far.
Okay, so speaking of, like you said earlier, they do have different play styles. How are you preparing for each team?
It's a bit difficult to say. The Samoans play a kind of loopy rugby where they don't ever kill the ball. So it's going to be double tackles, things like that, and trying to slow down the ball the whole time, not giving them the chance to play their kind of rugby.
Yeah, I assume so. All right, so win or lose, you're obviously going to take away something from this. What's that one thing?
I'm still young. I'm a youngster in the squad now, so going into this tournament, there's a lot of things you can take from it, especially the experience. There's a lot of things you can experience, like the scrums, the lineouts, the physicality. I think it's going to be a massive difference in the style we've played until now. So I think there's a lot of things I can take out from that and take with me back home.
Okay, and what are some of the expectations? Because obviously the biggest expectation is to qualify.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, that is the biggest expectation, but what other expectations do you have?
I think the main focus right now is playing our style of rugby. I'm trying to do the best that we can.
Yeah.
We don't want to sit and watch their kind of rugby. We want to play our own type of rugby. So I think that's the biggest thing we're concerned about right now.
Okay, so I wish you guys all the best, and of course, safe travels. You're looking forward to seeing you guys qualify. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. You're probably very, very nervous. So is the rest of the team.
I think excitement, nervousness. There's a lot of different feelings in the squad. But, it's a good crowd.
It's
right
a good
now,
crowd.
yeah. And I think the feelings are a lot better after the African Cup. So I think we're in a good situation to go out and do the best that we possibly can in the country.
Okay, and when do you guys go into camp?
So we're currently starting with camp. We're gonna travel to Boland in I think the 31st this month, and from there we're going to Dubai. So yeah, but we're gonna train the whole time, stay active, do the best that we can.
Because I mean, like I said earlier, this is the last chance. Everything is at stake.
Everything else.
Everything is at stake. All right. Thank you so much once again for taking the time to do this interview. Again, we wish you all the best. We do hope that you do qualify.
Thank you very much.
You cannot disappoint me specifically.
Okay.
And everybody else.
We'll try our best.
All right. Stick around. We'll head back to studio shortly.
On this special Thursday, we have a special Athletes World edition for you. It will be Gino Chiapini as well as Moses Shidolo, who will be speaking about their careers. Chiapini, a boxing coach as well as promoter, and Shidolo, a football player. Do enjoy that.
Have you ever wondered why Grandma keeps her money under the mattress? And why is Angela uninsured? The Namibia Financial Inclusion Survey 2025 will help us find all the answers. From 6 October till the 4th of November 2025, the Namibia Statistics Agency teams in uniforms with tablets will visit homes across all 14 regions to learn about financial access, informal banking and saving habits. Email us at info@nsa.org.na or at 061 431 3200.
So we stand here, you stand, you just did all of these, and on Sunday, this man rode the 100 kilometers Holland Hearts Foundation inaugural road race. Gino, how do you do it? Before we talk about the Sunday, tell us a bit about how many sports you've tried to play and played in. I know you've played for Wanderers before.
Yes. I played for Wanderers rugby. I played cricket for Wanderers. I played hockey at school. I did duathlon, triathlon, marathon running, cycling, swimming, boxing. And boxing is by far my favorite because I think it's the hardest. Okay. Boxing and swimming. It's got to be up there with swimming. Yeah, swimming is horrible.
How was the Holland Hearts Foundation race for you on the 100Ks? I mean,
it was brilliant. It was brutal. I mean, those guys started those South African teams that were here before the roadblock where you get to the new road to Riobot. I got dropped there already. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to ride as hard as I can, try and finish the 100Ks. And yeah, like you said, tonight I was in there again with the boys, doing the run, doing everything. I always tell them, I will never ask you to do something that I have not done at least 1,000 times. Came out again, and my big issue when I was boxing, I never really had anyone to guide me. You know, I was always, I don't mean this in any bad way at all, I was the only white guy in the whole gym. So, there was a time when, like an adjusting period, the guys started to, they started to become a friendship, and guys started to look after me, but in the beginning I was just thrown to the wolves, if I look back on it now, it's actually pretty bad. So that's what I want to avoid with guys like Peter Kotze, who's in my gym, defending national champion, boxing now 3.5 years. And the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning and makes me want to work with guys like Peter is I can count on one hand in the last 3.5 years how many training sessions he's missed. I can count it on one hand, and I have evidence.
I think the viewers need to understand how much of a statement that is. In the past 3.5 years, he can count on his hands how many times Peter Kotze was late for training.
On one hand.
On one hand. My cameraman, like I said, this guy. Cameraman, if we have to count how many times he's been late.
Need mine as well.
We won't stop. We'll need everyone's hands to count. But the type of dedication that's required for boxing and discipline. Can you tell us a bit about what type of dedication and discipline do you need to have to succeed in the sport?
Let me just take you guys through like an average week now for the month before our national championships, which is now in 2 weeks. So on Monday, we have this workout, which consists of a 20-minute run and an hour and a half in the gym. That's skipping, shadowboxing, hitting the bag, doing mitts, doing abs, doing neck. Then on Tuesday morning, we have a workout from 5 to 6, skipping, hitting the bag, abs and neck. Then in the evening, we have again from 6 to 7:30, we have a workout. Wednesdays, we run for an hour or an hour and a half. Ne? Thursday nights, we have Thursday mornings, again, we have 5 to 6 in the morning. Then again, Thursday evening, 6 to 7:30. Friday, you are off. Saturday, short run, 5K. Sunday, long run, hour and a half, 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a week.
For the viewers that are watching at home, there's one thing that Gino said that's crapping my cop, ne? To see, look, you've been here for the past 3.5 years, most probably. He said, I can quote this man, you've only probably missed, the amount of times you've missed training, he can count on his hands. In 3.5 years, like I told the viewers, my cameraman, maybe 900 days, walk. The man says, walk. Like, where does that dedication comes from? What motivates you enough to consistently keep showing up every day? Because this is now for the boy child and the girl child that are watching at home. Wat motiveer jou? Wat hou jou motivated? Wat laat besluit jou? Nee, ek kan nie training vandag mis nie. Like, die dedication en die discipline is nie iets wat almal het nie. So.
Kijk, ek dink as jy elke mens het 'n rolmodel. En as jy kyk na enige bokser of enige sportsman veral, dis hulle oefen altyd hard. Jy kan hulle flaws miskien iewers anders kry in tegniek of iewers, maar die dedication van 'n sportman of sportvrou, dis altyd daar. Jy moet hard oefen, elke dag oefen in die gym, as jy die ure insit. En as jy dit doen dan dit word nie, ek sal nie sê dit word makliker nie, maar dis tog jy voel dan net op die aand van die fight, ek het alles gegee. Wen of verloor, ek is hier. So. Dit is my. Dit is wat ek gedoen het so.
Okay.
Ja.
Okay, clearly we're running out of time. For if you laat gaan, what are your biggest dislikes? Not necessarily dislikes, but things that make you roll your eyes and be like, da. Because I know you told me the fact when you always have to cut weight, for example. How's that for you?
Yo, weight cutting, that's a different story. For me, especially, it's a different story. I like sweets, I like pies, Coke, you know. So for me, it's really difficult to just like...
Cut off.
Yeah, it's like, even if you cut off when you go home, the mother has bought sweets, chips. The day you start, everything is there in the house.
Nou is alles blikbaar.
Nou is alles lekker, nou moet alles lekker gaan. Nou moet jy nou nee sê vir alles, so.
So dis tough nie?
Nee, dis tough.
Discipline.
Nee, dit doen regtig, dit doen.
Nou, as jy altyd klaar gekat het, en jy kan nou iets kry, wat is die eerste ding wat jy aandink?
Ek het 3 goed.
Okay.
Ek het 3 goed. Koop my 2 vetkoeke, nee. 2 vetkoeke, 'n pie en 'n Coke.
Hoekom 2?
Net maar die een is nie genoeg nie. Die een is nie genoeg nie. So moet jy nog geen koop.
So 2 vetkoeke?
2 vetkoeke, 'n pie en 'n Coke. Net so.
Dan is jy gesond.
Dan is jy reg. Dan is jy weer reg. Dan kan jy weer gaan. Dan is jy kans op die lewe.
Yo, guys, I think another great episode of Athletes World. I'm joined by Peter Kotze here.
And everything went well for me. My individual performances was great in Chula Chula. And then I attracted a few teams. First division, I went to South Africa for trials.
Yeah.
But then I failed there. But there's the reasons why I didn't make it there. And people still don't know it, but I'll tell them one day. So I came back to Chula Chula, second leg, finished the league. Yeah. And then just because of reasons, I didn't want to resign, didn't want to play there anymore. And all those things you will hear one day when everything is cooled off and I'm well off. I'll spread it out.
You tell us the whole story.
I'll tell the whole story.
Okay, guys, so we are joined by Moses Shidolo, a former midfielder of Chula Chula, plays the number 8 role in the midfield. I think that's for me personally, that's one of the hardest roles to play in midfield. But you and Ashwin had the conversation of Matebele winning the player of the player season, the player of the players season of the tournament, what. But you were the best player in Botswana last season. I saw some of your matches. I saw some of your clips on social media. But just tell me, when the breakthrough came, I think for me personally, I started watching you at Chula Chula, that iconic free kick in the Devmarin Premiership at the Independence Stadium. But just tell us, when did you think football for you would go this far? Or when you were playing for Chula Chula still, that time Chula Chula wasn't still as big as it was when you guys came to the Devmarin Premiership. But just tell me, run us through that process. Did you ever think you would be where you are now?
You know, one never know, you know, until everything starts. I was at Tigers before. I went to Chula Chula. But let me put it like this. I used to play tournaments for Chula Chula in the North while they were still first division.
Okay.
By that time, I'm at Tigers. And then I once told the chairman that if your team reaches the Premier League, I'll come join them. No matter at which team you'll find me, I'll come.
So that's the promise you made to the chairman of Chula Chula.
Yeah, and it took me like 4 years. And then it happened. I got injured while I was at Tigers' second leg. And then everything went, I don't know, no one wanted to talk to me anymore when I got injured. The treatment was different, you know. It's not like when I was playing, everyone was like, yeah, we need you in the team. You have to play each and every game.
Yeah.
When I got injured, they threw me away. But then I took that as an advantage. I did myself good, you know. I went to see acupuncturists and then started jogging again. I went to see Mastonata, the physio.
Yeah.
She was the one who helped me to recover, you know. I went to the north, joined Chula Chula. Everything started going well, you know. I love training, so after training I go to the gym, or when we are off I do my extra trainings. And that's how I maintain to, like people say, I have an engine, I don't get tired. It's because of how I work off the field.
Yeah.
And everything went well for me. My individual performances was great in Chula Chula. And then I attracted a few teams. First division, I went to South Africa for trials.
Yeah.
But then I failed there. But there's the reasons why I didn't make it there. And people still don't know it, but I'll tell them one day. So I came back to Chula Chula, second leg, finished the league. Yeah. And then just because of reasons, I didn't want to resign, didn't want to play there anymore. And all those things you'll hear one day when everything is cooled off and I'm well off. I'll spread it out.
You tell us the whole story.
I'll tell the whole story.
Okay, cool. At Chula Chula, like we said, we all agree, all Namibians agree you are an engine. You are a box-to-box player. When I see you play, you remind us, you have this, the touch of Kante to go back, retrieve the ball with defense. You have a good link-up play with your strikers that we saw at Matebele. But just tell us a few of your best moments at Chula Chula that you enjoyed. Also winning the Agegengop Cup as well.
That was one of my best moments, Agegengop Cup. And the first game actually of the league against African Stars.
Yeah.
That weekend in Orlando Pirates. And then UNAM in the cup when they came to the north.
Yeah.
I scored a free kick again from a longer distance than the one at Independence Stadium. Mighty Gunners, or let me say Kakarara Young Warriors in Ochiwarongo. I don't know where we played that game, but yeah, I was having a neck strain. I was injured, but the coach didn't want me to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
And then I scored even in that game, so that was also one of my best moments, you know. Sacrificed and then still had to get points for the team, to stay in the top 8.
That is all we had for you today. Do catch the Sport Rep Show again tomorrow at the same time and place. From me, Jesse Jackson Koraitha, it is goodbye.